I bought a random assortment of power equipment off Facebook Marketplace for 20 bucks. And in this box is McCulloch Mac 130 and this is how it came. So today we're gonna see if we can get this thing running again. I hope all the parts are here. My name is Marcus and welcome to EngineCraft Garage. So here's the assortment of parts. I hope everything is here, but you know, it's off Facebook Marketplace. They said it was all here. I kind of doubt that. We'll see. Here's the original bar, 14-inch bar. The chain, recoil, gas tank, some more cases and random wires, fuel line and some more cases, covers. Engines here. There is a bag that has a lot of fasteners. I'm hoping this is all of them, but you know, who knows. First thing I want to do is run these through the parts cleaner, get these all cleaned up, and then we'll get into assembling the engine portion here. Now, McCulloch went out of business in 1999. So I'm probably not going to find any parts for this, but I did find a carb rebuild kit for this. But the first thing I want to do for the carburetor is pressure test this carburetor to make sure that the needle and seat's good. We're going to get this up to about 7 PSI. Right now it's at like 10. Just sit here for a minute, see if it leaks back down. And it's not leaking back down. So that should be good. All right, here's what we are left with after putting that stuff through the parts cleaner. We got a few air filters. Coil off, carburetor off. And I did find a carburetor rebuild kit for this. So we're going to start there because this engine had to have been taken apart for some reason. It wasn't for nothing, that's for sure. These are just little guides. Put those back. Look at this carburetor. Too dirty. I'll blow it off really quick. So the worst part about this chainsaw is you basically, if something goes wrong in the carburetor, you basically have to take the whole saw apart. And this isn't like your conventional block style carburetors. Everything is on top here. Oh, that layer did not want to come. All right, so we got, hopefully this comes off fairly easily. Nope. This diaphragm is about as stiff as it gets. Yeah, that's no good. Really was hoping this was going to come off in one piece. I was wrong. I took a minute to get this all cleaned up. This gasket should go on here. One that goes down on top of it, just like so. And then we get a piece, the top piece comes and squishes it all together. It's going to prove kind of difficult. We got the carb all reassembled. Now, if we look in here, these are two different screws here, and there is also no idle control here. So I'm gonna see if we have that or not. But we're gonna start getting this reassembled. Let's go ahead and slide our carburetor back on. Guides, we're gonna spin this so the magnets are away. Get our coil back on. These screws have a washer and an insulator right underneath them. Let's slide a business card in here. Set our gap. Let's pull our card out. Fuel line that came off still feels pliable, so we're going to continue using that. Just pop that right back on here. And then this is going to lay in the engine like so. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to slide this in. This fuel line needs to go back and clip into that little bottom piece there. And that's for the fuel tank. It just, see on the bottom here, there's a wick that pulls the fuel, and then that slides over that with the O-ring. And that's what feeds it fuel. I do know this has to go on. And this is for the manual oiler. This is an automatic oiling chainsaw, but you can manually oil it if you want to. Put our choke on. I still got to figure out what I'm going to do about the adjustment screws. I believe this one is a very long, skinny one. Yep. This looks like it might go to it, maybe. This definitely does. All right, so we got all this together. We could probably get our gas tank on This is a little T, and that is for the oil. Looks like this tank has been patched quite a few times. I'm gonna get some fuel in here and see if this thing leaks. We're leaking bad out of right there. So that's probably why this whole thing was taken apart. I'm going to try to sand this down and get some JB Weld on this. See if I can fix it. Let me pour this fuel out. I put the JB Weld on here to block this leak. And then I sanded it down and I put gas in here and let it sit overnight, and we have no leaks. So this should be ready to go on. I also pulled this wick, which is pretty dirty, and replaced it with a foam one. Hopefully that flows fuel a little bit better. This one is a little crusty. All right. To install the tank, the first thing, this is where our oil comes in. I kind of want to pull it out of here first and have this sit in here. I think that's all in. We should be able to slide this gas tank in. We should be fully seated now. We're going to slide this on. We should be ready to put our handle on. Big long screw up here. I don't think any of these are the actual adjustment bolts except for this one down here. This one was kind of, it fits, but it's way too long. And I don't know if that's the right idle screw. But we're going to try it. Throttle does work right now. Let's get this all together. All right, I got the pull start on. Let's put this little plate on really quick. I think I am missing some fasteners, but hopefully in my little stash, I might be able to find some. Right, let's give this some gas and see if we get anything. That is awesome. What a cool little saw. All right, let's get these other covers on and get the barn chain on. Look how filed down these are. The rakers are quite a bit filed down, but this should be like way up here. I'm gonna run this chain for right now and give it a little sharpen, but it is not much there. Pretty cool. This is the original bar that came with it. It doesn't look like it's burnt up or anything. Sprocket seems to function just fine. Make sure this chain's on good. There we go. Give her a little tighten. All right, I got my chain on. Let's get some bar oil in this. Oh. Way too much. Well, I can see that the manual oiler is working. Yeah. Give that a few good pulls there. Get this all lubricated. This is the OEM filter. And this little rubber piece is very important because there's nothing that seals this from the outside. So you have to put this little rubber piece here. And that seals it. So let's put that on. All right, let's try to get this thing started now. I got this thing all back together. I think I have the carburetor tuned pretty decently. We're gonna see if we can get this thing started and see if it will go through some wood. Even though this chain is quite precarious, when these chainsaw chains are sharp, this should feel like a cat's claw catching your finger. This one's not too bad, but that's the most important part about chainsaw chains, is this point right here. If that's rounded off, it's not going to cut good. Also, if your raker is higher than this, so make sure to file your rakers down. Made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I come out with new content every week, so don't forget to check back next week. If you like this kind of content, I got more right here, and I'll see you next time.